your town.
What up, world?
Did you hear the clock chime just now?
Now, see, we just went live. Everybody's still talking.
Good evening, world in America.
What's up, world?
Shut up and let Rod talk. He's the boss.
Yes, that's right.
Anyway, we are back again for another This Week in Beer. I am one of your hosts with the calamity of other hosts here, as you can see on your screen. Rod J here in the Cincinnati area, and got along with me a various cast, including a newcomer that hopefully will be back more times. So I'm going to let them go ahead and introduce themselves as well, but looking to talk about some of the things that happened this past week in beer, just touch on a few of the topics, why, of course, we're going to enjoy some beer. I'm actually going to be enjoying right now the Heavy Seas Winter Storm Imperial ESB. So picked this up the other day. Had not had it before. 7.5% ABV, 50 IBU. Going to see what that's going to taste like. And then, ladies first, we have Tanya out in San Francisco, or Obi-Wan.
Oakland.
I'm drinking Breakside Brewery's Salted Caramel Stout. And this is one of the beers that my coworker's boyfriend bought while she was up there, and then she schlepped it back to California for me. And it's 6.7% alcohol by volume. It really feels like it's dessert.
What was the ABV? What was the ABV, Tanya? I'm sorry.
6.7%. It's actually not as desserty as I thought it might be. So it's pretty stouty, which is kind of interesting. Good beer. Interesting.
All right. And we got Jay in Louisiana.
Howdy. I'm down here in the greater New Orleans area. I'm not drinking a stout, although that looks so good. What time is it? I'm drinking Icon Belgian style pale ale from St. Arnold Brewing of Houston, Texas. And this bottle was brewed, you know when this was made? On the 104th day of 2013.
Wow.
That's a little bit older there.
Yeah, I can't even get it to... Somebody gave me a bunch of beers. I can't say who. I can't say too much about it, but a lot of smoke. It actually is a secret. And and I drank. Oh, there's so much smoke. Now I drank the some of the old ones. Some of them were just straight out bad because some lighter lagers don't age well. But then the oddest thing was the ones that seemed to age the best were the dang gluten-free beers, which taste awful when they're fresh, but they seem to improve with age. These the New Planet Raspberry gluten-free ale and the New Planet Pale Ale. I said, well, maybe corn and whatnot holds up better than barley malt. I don't know. But this one here, it smells pretty old. I mean, I don't know how you'd feel about drinking this.
It doesn't look as brown. It looks more oranges at this point.
Doesn't feel almost reddish.
Maybe it's light.
It's orange, muddy water, like the Mississippi River. Now,
or up here, the Ohio River, same way.
which feeds into it. Maybe one day I'll paddle up there, and because I live close to Mississippi River, I'll take a paddle boat, and then you can float back down with me.
All right. And we have Jordan. And Jordan, what are you drinking, and what do you want to introduce?
Jordan from Reviewing Under Influence out here in Canuckland. Today I'm looking at some homebrew.
Your homebrew?
Yeah, my own homebrew. It's called #America. So American IPA, brewed with Mosaic, Citra, and Cascade hops.
Very nice. And what about you, Gene?
Jean.
Hello. Can you hear me now? Tonight thank you. Chaos in the Pierre household, Pierre Banks household. If I didn't say Banks, my wife will kill me. Anyway,
play it safe, man. Play it safe.
Yes. Just drinking some Killian's tonight. Taking it easy, nothing special. Killian's Irish Red, as we all know what the beer you know, what it is. And I've been wanting to do this tonight. I say, good evening. I am Donald J. Trump. I say for everyone, I want to keep all craft beer as low as possible, making sure it's the same price as malt liquor, or else we find out what the hell is going on. Anyway, that's But anyway, make beer great again. But anyway, I'm drinking Killian's tonight, and this is what I'm having.
All right. And then making his debut on the show, we have actually Justin from Poorly Reviewed Beer.
Yeah, hi guys. My name is Justin from Columbia, South Carolina. I run Poorly Reviewed Beer. Poorly is spelled P-O-U-R-L-Y because puns are what makes the internet go round. I do video reviews on YouTube, and right now I'm drinking Great Lakes Brewing Company, Dortmunder Gold. I actually did this review. Just only have about a third of a glass left, but I kind of said if you take your standard lager and ramp it up to about a 14 or a 15 out of 10, that's what you get here. A whole lot of flavor, a whole lot of good stuff going on.
I watched that review, by the way.
Thank you.
Great Lakes does some good stuff out of Cleveland. So,
oh yeah, we had a Edmund Fitzgerald Porter at my parents' place, and they wouldn't give any of it up. So I was disappointed in that.
I can only get Great Lakes in one area in Mobile, and that is at O'Shell Growler. So hopefully, Great Lakes will start to explode more so in the state of Alabama.
Do you get growlers?
Do you get South Carolina
six packs?
Hey, I bought a new beer today.
Okay. You just say you bought a new beer?
What beer did you buy? I bought a beer called Ballast Point Victory at Sea.
Oh yeah, that's been around a lot of places.
Yeah.
I haven't had it yet, but I've seen it everywhere.
Showed up here.
It's a great beer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. I've had it a few times. Very nice.
Yeah, and I need to look for that new stout, or maybe it's not new to us. It's from the same people that make Kalamazoo, I think. It's
Bells.
What's that other stout?
Expedition.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, Lizard of Cause.
No, the Expedition stout. I hadn't seen it. I have not seen it.
Yeah, so that one's out in a lot of places too, but it always depends on where they can get it to. So, taking a look at some of the items this week. So we're not talking any shower shampoos, I don't think, this week. The last couple of weeks we kind of had that pop up a couple times. Since we have a couple macro drinkers for sure in the house, Budweiser won't renew his Team USA sponsorship deal with the U.S. Olympic Committee, which they have actually sponsored since 1984. So, what do you guys think of that?
I don't know. I don't know the background to it.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean,
well, they've been a national sponsor of Team USA since 32 years or whatever, however long, going back to 84, and now they're saying they want to put money in other parts of the company, which is kind of weird because people have been used to them over this period of time and seeing that Budweiser out there.
You mean other sports, or just
other business ventures? They're cutting their promotion with the Olympics Committee.
Maybe they'll start getting good beers in there.
Maybe a little bit of subsidiary.
Hopefully.
What was that remark? Hey,
and actually, I've got something comparable to Budweiser coming up.
I think it's whatever they decide is best for their business. I mean, these companies are always sponsoring and then not, and then they stop sponsoring something. That's not too uncommon. Look at all the bowl games. They always changing sponsors, and sports arenas change sponsors. So I guess
the funny thing is last year Budweiser took on the name of America. So that's just kind of funny. Like after that year, they're like not going to do anything with the Americans.
Yeah, but maybe that didn't go over too well. You know what I mean?
I don't think it did, because I think a lot of craft brewers, like, who are you to say you're American, on the beer?
Oh, yeah.
In concerts, they used to sponsor a lot of concerts, particularly in the urban area. Budweiser Superfest. I don't know, you may remember that. They would sponsor a lot of R&B, jazz concerts. They would sponsor, and
Yeah, remember MTV Spring Break?
Right.
Back in the
Another
80s?
one.
That was
Yeah,
sponsored by Miller. That was sponsored by Miller High Life, believe it or not.
I had to come
By
back.
the
from
way, I
Florida
got
to
2
make sure I
cans of
wasn't
it
on
in my
TV anywhere.
refrigerator.
That was good stuff. So Gene actually did a post on his Facebook on this next thing I was looking at. There's a new beer that honors fallen soldiers from the Dog Tag Brewing Foundation. And they're actually putting out 4 packs of lager beer. Each can has a dog tag with the name, hometown, and military occupation of the fallen soldier.
Yeah.
It's currently available in 29 states. So that's kind of a cool thing.
Is it a fundraiser kind of thing? Like proceeds go to?
Yeah, 100% of the proceeds goes to the Gold Star families. Soldiers who have, to the families of a soldier who's passed on serving this country. And I did a review of it, and I thought it was just a very good cause. And the beer, I know Pabst brews the Lager Legacy, and then they have 2 other beers. They have a lager and they have an IPA, and those beers are brewed by Minhas, which is like, question. Minhas,
right now.
Exactly. Minhas, but I haven't tried those yet. But again, the cause is, I think, I'm sure most of us in the panel would support,
it's a good way to do something and find out about some of the soldiers that are out there, giving their life and everything. So
exactly,
kind of something cool in that regard. And
it's under the name Dog Tag Brewing. Is that what you said?
Exactly.
Dog Tag Brewing Foundation.
Yeah, I saw the 16-ounce cans available at the Circle K, at most, if not all, the Circle K's in Mobile. And I'm sure they're gonna, expand that. Just like as Rajay says, 29 states, and I'm sure they'll be at some grocery stores, supermarkets. If you go to their website, Dog Tag Brewing, which is, I think, is dogtagbrewing.org. You type in your zip code, they'll tell you where you can, get the beer at. And again, I just think it's, a really good cause. I'm sure we all would agree. Supporting these families who have lost a soldier defending, this country that as many people like to criticize, but still, as Steve Harvey said, and if you watch my videos, he always says, you ain't gonna get no better deal anyplace else. So.
Well, I could say a few things about that, but it could be too fire started.
Yes, we got time for that. We got time for that tomorrow.
Exactly.
But speaking of Men House, it's a good time to introduce Dan, who also just joined us from Canada. So give us a shout out, Dan, and what you're drinking. And
well, good evening, folks. And you know who I am. I'm Dan from boozereviews.ca. Tonight I'm drinking foam. Absolute knowledge. I'm actually checking out Big Rock's Midnight Rhapsody Dark Ale. I've actually done a review on this before. It's actually a really good beer. If this one didn't foam up so much, it'd be even better. But offhand, it's a nice little beer that's got a little bit of a raspberry flavor to it, and it's light on the ABV and actually pretty damn good.
What is that, Dan?
Midnight Rhapsody. It's the one from Big Rock Urban.
And is brewed where?
Out in Vancouver, BC.
Okay.
Oh man, that Big Rock beer you sent me the other day was just absolutely amazing, dude. Loved it.
I
don't know if I've ever seen Jordan not love a beer though.
I have. You should see him. Let's talk about the gluten-free boxer for a second. Let's see how.
Let's talk about Axe Head. Let's talk about Axe Head.
Yeah, Axe Head was terrible. I think that one was one of the worst I've done.
That is a monstrously bad beer. But you got to give them credit. They didn't just make a bad beer. They made it monstrously bad. So at least they went full bore with it, right?
Just a straight up lack of quality in that beer is astounding.
You have to admire their gall to put something like that on.
Their straight up nerve for putting that shit out.
I wonder sometimes, do they taste it?
I don't know how they could.
Send it
You
out.
tasted that and you're like, oh, I'm gonna sell this to people. They're gonna. This is great.
Right. It's funny because I mean, it exists. It's in stores all around Illinois and I guess in Canada, and these people must buy this. It's people will always it's so funny in the craft beer world that I've looked at for 22 years now, 21 years now. You get these people, and we always hear this all the time. Oh, Budweiser, it's the worst thing. Oh, I'm so glad I drank craft beer now because I don't drink Budweiser. Everybody look at me. And I'm like, yeah, you don't know what the worst thing is. If you think Budweiser is the worst beer in the world, you haven't been drinking too much.
Yeah. Case in point, Camo or Big Flags.
Right. If you
Not Camo, I've never seen it or anywhere around me, but it seems like it's got a bad reputation.
They've obviously never had a straight up infected beer before.
Right. I mean, if you drink Axe Head or Camo, Silver Ice, or any of these atrocities of mankind.
45.
Oh, no. Colt 45 is like the greatest beer in the world compared to these things.
I don't think you've had Canadian Colt 45. It's absolutely terrible.
Oh, Canadian version is really bad?
I have not had it. That's true.
It's 8.5% is the lightest, pretty sure.
Oh,
send me a can, Jordan.
High gravity. That's down here it's called Colt 45 high gravity, and it's rarely available. But what we get, the Colt 45 we get is very mild. It's only 5.6% alcohol. It's very well made and it's pleasant. But I have heard that some of the American brands that are made in Canada are not done particularly well or whatever.
Even the Goose Island brands that we get here are honestly terrible. Like
that's unfortunate, Jordan, because the Goose Island beers I've had are very, very good here.
Yeah, and see, yours are actually brewed by Goose Island. Ours are brewed by Labatt. So.
Oh yeah!
Wow,
that's a treat.
And contra-wise, I've had some Canadian brands brewed in America that were pretty grim. Like
yeah, for sure.
Like I'll give you an example. Labatt Blue Royale Blue. It tastes really off. Royale Blue is 6%, and they make it in Rochester, New York. And they must use some pretty cheap ingredients. It's pretty bad.
Royale with
the Labatt that I get from Montreal, well, it tastes really good.
Huh.
Toronto.
All right. So next story. This might be something. Maybe Tanya's interested in this one. Apparently, beer yoga is now a thing and going international, as now Australia and Germany have seemed to jump on the bandwagon after being popularized in America. So I don't know if you guys have ever taken yoga before, but would you do it with a beer?
I was a yoga teacher for a long time, and I guess it'll limber you up. Like if you had one, maybe you'd be a little bit more adventurous and you'd try balancing on your hands or something. But I feel like there are a lot of styles of yoga that make you sweat hard and you would just end up being sick. Like I've actually been in a room for Bikram yoga where it has a heat index of 120 and it's way too hot to be drinking a beer. So I don't know.
I know we've got a few breweries here that are actually doing the beer yoga classes, and it seems to be pretty popular. But
seems like a silly gimmick, like a mood ring or a
pet rock.
Pet rock. Yeah,
honestly,
I feel like
no.
yoga teachers need a beer while they're teaching.
William. There's William.
Yes, William has joined. Why don't you go to introduce yourself, William?
I live in North Carolina, central part of the state, and I just grabbed a beer out of the fridge. It's something I just discovered. I really enjoyed a lot. It's a robust roundhouse porter, 7% alcohol, a very dark, earthy, almost charred flavor mixed with some sweetness, and it's very interesting. I really enjoy it quite a bit.
Where is it brewed?
Salisbury, North Carolina, about 30 miles from where I live.
Cool.
A brand new small craft brewery, very impressive. They have their own cereal cooker. They have their own laboratory. From the tap room is a transparent You can look right through the window and watch all the beer being made. Very impressive.
I wouldn't mind doing a beer tour.
And the distribution.
North Carolina. They got some nice stuff happening there.
Sure do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I'll be seeing probably the Highland guys in a few weeks out of Asheville. I'm actually wearing my Beer Fest shirt because we get the Beer Fest coming up in 4 weeks here in Cincinnati. 300 plus beers and 200 different brewers coming in, and woo, beers will be flowing that night.
It will.
Chief that, and a lot of times I get to catch up with a lot of guys from the breweries. But Highland comes up from Asheville. I talked with them last time they were in town. Then we get Lagunitas in, Southern Tier. We get in Founders, Green Flash. You know, pretty much a lot of them. Ballast Point will be here for that, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, in this area we have Natty Green in Greensboro, Foothills in Winston-Salem, and Red Oak just outside of Greensboro. They're well known, and then there are some smaller ones inside the city of Greensboro which have pretty good reputation, you know, based on what's been written online about them. So this is a very nice area.
Because I remember you're inside the triangle, right?
Yes, I'm about I would be probably included like in the metropolitan area of Winston-Salem, Greensboro, and High Point. So there's probably three quarters of a million people that live in this area. So it's pretty large, you know, if you take them all, if you put them together.
Beautiful state. William, are a lot of their beers available at the stores?
Quite a few, yes, they are. We have some supermarkets that do, like Harris Teeter. They have a pretty good selection of beers, you know, in the craft beer area. And
Harris Teeter, Food Lion. Are there a lot of those stores still? You know, Food Lion. I remember when I lived.
We're also starting to get to Publix in this area.
Right.
And then there's one in Greensboro. It's Best Way Grocery. They have a wall of beer, and they update it daily with a menu online. And they have a really good craft beer selection. That wall is like the Great Wall of China. I mean,
that's the kind of wall I can get behind.
Yes. Yes, Tanya. I love it.
They should make a rival grocery chain build their wall.
But each day they update their website, and you can go out there and see what's available in the craft beers. You know, they have it segmented, and it's really impressive. And I go there quite often.
I'd like to see it.
Grocery store?
Best Way in Greensboro.
Yeah.
It's in a little, sort of a little college neighborhood in the city. A very nice vibe to it, and some local bars nearby, actually right across the street. And it's for a city the size of Greensboro, it's very quaint. You know, it's not congested. It's like I say, it's a real nice place to visit.
Greensboro is not that far from Charlotte, right? Or
a couple hours.
I'm about 70 miles from Charlotte, so you could add 25 for Greensboro. So that would put it right at roughly 95 miles.
And Raleigh's
in fancy drive, right?
Raleigh is to my east, about 100 miles.
Yeah. I remember many times I would go in Raleigh, and there would be a lot of bars. Me, my former person I was dating with at the time, we would go in a couple of bars. We would hang out in Raleigh, and Carolina has a lot of good breweries out there.
Yeah, that Research Triangle Park area of Durham and Raleigh together, Cary, it's grown rapidly population-wise in the last decade or so. And plus, with all the high-tech jobs in that area, many people now live in North Carolina are not native North Carolinians.
Yeah, it was around 2003, 2002, 2003. I would make many visits there and hang out some of the bars. Yeah, it was really starting to slowly begin to really explode there. So yeah, some good bars, good places to hang out.
Yeah, we're in the top 10 now in population for all the states. And it's really, the Charlotte area, it's really grown rapidly the past decade or so.
Cool.
And the craft beer along with it.
So,
Rajay, are you driving out to that festival?
Am I driving? No, it's actually about 20 minutes from my house. I may drive there. I got a parking garage for my company where it's at, but I might Uber back or have my wife pick me up or something.
Okay, because if you go for a ride, don't get that wild turkey.
Yeah. I know. I have to listen to Eric's PSA about not doing that kind of stuff.
We're hearing you, Eric.
But some of you guys have drank Trooper beer, I know.
Oh, yeah.
So Iron Maiden and Robinson's Brewery, they're unveiling a new look. So I don't know if you guys seen a new look they're putting on the new beers, but it's actually pretty cool looking. So that should be hitting shelves pretty soon.
What is it like?
It's more of an updated, modernized look. See if I can maybe pull it up on here.
Give me 2 seconds. Poster Porter.
It's an Iron Maiden, and Dan's all over it already.
Oh, yeah. It is. If you look up, give me 2 seconds to get it.
Hello.
There. Damn it! I had it. There it is. All right, Dave. Slow.
Pull it up.
Yep.
Oh, you got a link.
Yep. So basically, their new porter, which is 6.8%, it's actually out in England right now. That's their new look that they've got going on compared to their old stuff. Actually, I love the labeling. I love the old labels as well, but I mean, you have to do something a little bit different for their Trooper beers, but it's actually really quite cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it kind of jumps out. It really jumps out at you off the new look on it, I think.
Yep.
Oh, wait, the red and black?
Yep.
Oh, I've been seeing this for a couple of months now.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing in the States or Canada yet with this beer, and I want it badly.
Wait, you talking about red and black?
Mm-hmm.
No, I've been seeing this on the shelf. It's porter. I saw it last weekend, but I said, I'm not paying $6.99 for that one bottle. But
it's an English beer. I would.
Our English beers aren't usually that much anyway, though. I think I found it here. I'm gonna put it up on the screen here once my computer pulls it up.
Yeah, I've been seeing this. I don't know why they're saying it's not here.
Oh well, it's not up in Canada yet, I guess.
Yeah, because I've seen it. I had a chance to buy it. I could buy it tomorrow to prove my point, but I won't. But yeah, I'd like to try it. But golly, they're so expensive.
Can you see it now on my screen?
Nope.
It's good for a second.
Okay, let me go back here. It's freaking Google.
I thought the Trooper was good. Well, at first I thought it was dull, but the more I drank it, the more I started liking it. Especially, and for some reason, the can version is half the price. You can get the cans for half the price of the bottle, which I don't understand.
When you said Trooper, I thought about the rock band Trooper.
So can you see it now?
No, it's named after that song, The Trooper.
Yeah, I see it now.
1983.
Yeah, so that's the new look
that's
of
the
it.
new one. Oh no, I've not seen that.
Oh, not that. Whoa, hey, what the hell? Oh man, maybe that's what happens when you drink too much Trooper. I don't know. Woo! Anyway, so that new look will be coming soon out there. Which
it's got color to it. It's more colorful. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it jumps off the label a little bit nicer. More modernized is what I would say. But we were talking earlier about the Budweiser. So a lot of people drink like the macro beers, right, that are out there. And there was a nice piece that talked about 3 craft beers to provide as an alternative to the 3 mainstream beers. Mm-hmm. Now, one of them they mentioned was Corona, which a lot of people drink Corona. But the beer they gave might be hard for anybody to really find unless they're in a certain area, but it's called Central State Garden. And it's a German ghost known for its salty and sour profile. And they said with this one you would add like a lemon peel instead of a lime, but they said it's very comparable out there for anybody looking for a craft beer type comparison. It's Central State Garden. And I think it's like somewhere up around the Plain State somewhere where they had it at.
Kansas?
But, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Maybe Kansas?
Yeah, somewhere out there. But
it's a go
when
there,
everybody always
as an alternative to Budweiser.
What about Budweiser?
I said it's a Goza though that they're saying as an alternative to
the Corona.
To Corona. To Corona. Gotcha. Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
We
were talking about that Budweiser earlier, but I do have one for Budweiser too, actually. But the other one, I'll go to Budweiser now. Budweiser, they actually compare to Bell's Lager of the Lakes, so Bell's Brewing, if you happen to see that one. And they actually say it's just as crisp as Bud, but better and fresher.
I've had it, but I didn't think it was as good. frankly. But
oh, really? They said it's supposed to be pretty crisp and add a little bit more toast on the grains.
well, perhaps it just seemed to lack a little bit of luster.
Yeah.
It was a little on the ho-hum side. Not to say that Budweiser is like sparkling with, but I don't know. There's something about Budweiser. I don't know. I've been trying to figure that beer out for 21 years.
Well, this was a craft reviewer, so it might have been just anything close to Budweiser you might have been going with as well. But another one that I have had that I actually prefer is against Blue Moon is Dogfish Head to Mast. And they talk about how the coriander can also complement an orange wedge, but you don't need it because it is actually that good. And the mast is pretty good from Dogfish Head. So if you're a Blue Moon type person, that's a good one you can try if you want to try to get into the craft beer area.
My thing is, why do you need these little additives? Just like with Corona with the lime.
Yeah, right,
Blue Moon with the orange. To me, the beer is just as good without all that stuff, in my opinion. I've had both of those, and I think it just tastes good,
I
prefer it without.
Yeah, I
I think
agree.
it's for people who aren't big beer drinkers or who like those flavors themselves, who like an orange or a lemon, and they would put it, like, let's say, in their iced tea, and don't mind changing the flavor of beer. So.
Right.
You're right.
And with Blue Moon, they designed it to go with that orange from the time they created kind of the Corona. You put the lime. I mean, a lot of people like limes on a lot of their Spanish type drinks anyway, I guess. So that's why they use the lime as much.
That's all I knew when I started drinking beer in February 1996. We would go out because we were school teachers. We would go out drinking. A lot of school teachers drink pretty exuberantly, but
yeah.
Notice
when you drink a Corona. Curious question. This is a question, not really from a thing,
we
but
would go out drinking and they always put the lime in it. So I just thought it was something normal to do. But what would you say? What were you asking?
When you do the Corona, your preference, do you sink the lime to the bottom, or do you just kind of push it until it goes down and just leave it at the top?
Oh, we used to just shove it down the neck and it would fall in the beer, But,
yeah, see, we used to always do it. We hold it so it would always go to the bottom.
Yeah, I try to sink
that?
it.
Well, you put your finger in, you turn it upside down and let it go, and then it'll go all the way up to the bottom.
Is it?
No. Remember, I went to top party school, so that's how we just learned how to drink.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
That was one of the classes
But
they
some
had.
people would just push it down, leave it on top. But no, we always put it down, let it go. You hold it for like a few seconds. It goes all the way to the bottom. It gets around a little bit more in the beer is what we found.
Huh.
People got different styles.
I never did think about it too carefully.
Yeah.
But when I started drinking the Corona without the lime, I thought, just like Jean, I said, oh, it's better without that. Anyway.
So you like it better without the lime?
I like Corona straight.
Okay.
I don't drink it too much because it's sort of expensive relative to other comparable brands.
Out here, Corona is actually pretty pricey. It's like $25 a 12-pack.
Oh my God! Oh man!
Yeah, it's about.
I don't know.
About $14 or $15 a 12-pack here, but I can get Tecate for $11 a 12-pack, and Tecate's better.
I can get a Tecate 12-pack for under $9.
Holy smokes!
For $8.79. I think Corona's an average beer at a premium price, actually.
I do too. I definitely agree with you
I
there.
see nothing exceptional about that beer. They're promoting lifestyle, so like Harley Davidson, you're not buying the product, you're buying a lifestyle as much as the product itself.
Michelob Ultra, right there. Same thing.
That's just my take on that.
There's other light beers with this. They're a lot less expensive, but people buy the Michelob Ultra, 4% ABV, the lifestyle.
But they say find your beef, but I like to find out where I'm not getting robbed at either.
I think Old English is supporting a certain lifestyle too.
Well, well, a lifestyle of going to bed early. That's what
I'm about to live that lifestyle. Hey,
so
particularly the high gravity stuff,
Now, see now, Jordan, you making me feel bad because you know what? I've been neglecting malt liquor, and now I just have a feeling that I need to start entertaining it more. Kind of make me feel a little guilty on this live hangout tonight.
Whatever you
When's
do,
the last
ice
time I
house
drank a
Jay.
malt liquor? Let's think about that. It's been a long time. It's not. I'm embarrassed. Okay, I'm embarrassed.
The new ice house, Jay. I'm kind of on the fence on that one.
You in the ice house? You've been all over the ice house ever since they went to the 6ix9ine.
Yeah, I'm on the fence on that one. I like it, but then again, I don't like it. So
I will drink it when I find it. I cannot find it, but I talked to the Miller area salesman on Monday, or was it Friday? Whatever. I talked to him recently, and he told me it's going to be very, very soon.
Yeah.
Could
Well,
be
look who it is coming in. Look who it is coming in the back door. Eric Alliance fan.
What up? What up? What up?
What up, Eric?
Hi, Eric.
Coming through that back door, baby.
What are you drinking?
Ice house. Woo!
No, it's not Ice House.
Okay.
It's
No,
Coors,
I'm sorry.
right? Oh, it's
We
Great
had
Lakes.
ice house.
hey,
Another
what
Great
up?
Lakes.
I thought I was going Coors there.
Hey, y'all notice
Ohio
this?
City Oatmeal Stout.
Nice. You're still finishing that one out, huh? That's 6
Yeah, I got 2 bottles or 3 bottles left.
Yeah.
Here's
Here's
as the people drink more and more, the hangout becomes more crazy.
Exciting,
That's-
interesting.
So
Yeah,
I've
but
got
that's
a,
okay. But that's okay.
I've
here's
got a
some-
kind of redundant question, but are people drinking tomorrow?
I'm just
Hell yes.
Does it end
Me
up-
too.
I
Does
have
it
to
end up-
work.
Catholic. It's the Pope Catholic.
You know, you're talking to Americans, Jordan. There's gonna be a lot of drinking probably tomorrow. Either
All right.
for happiness or depression.
I have to go because I have to play D&D, and this thing's gonna
Oh.
eat me.
All right, well,
Yeah.
bye-bye.
My next story you would have liked too, Tom.
Okay, I'm waiting. Go.
We'll talk about
So,
Chase the tea strainer away.
Wait. I'll watch the playback.
you won't let me tell the story because they're still talking. See,
Everybody, hush it.
so don't think you can't ever learn stuff on the internet, right? So an all-women brewery has brought beer to Kyrgyzstan. They learned everything from the internet and created a great opportunity over there with a brewery called Save the Ales. So they learned everything about brewing and how to brew off the internet and created their own brewery.
Wow.
In where?
Kyrgyzstan?
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Kazakhstan.
Wait,
So
Kyrgyzstan?
this is
Are they not Muslim?
No, I don't think they are. I don't believe they are.
I
mean,
think
three of them.
I feel like you can brew beer as a
They
Muslim.
don't
so
wear
maybe
the
you can get-
garb if they are, at least.
Well,
Right.
And in a lot of those places like Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan, half the population is Russian.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
They should, yeah, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong region. Anyway, they should join the Pink Boots Society. That's what they should do.
yeah.
Well, they're just starting up now, so I don't know. I mean, Pink Boots might not gotten there yet, but maybe they got a Das Boot Society or something. I don't know.
Das Boot.
All right,
I thought you find a kick out of that one before you had to head out.
Where is Kyrgyzstan?
Kyrgyzstan
All
is
right.
in Central Asia. All right,
Yeah.
well, have a good night,
See
everybody.
you. Have a good night.
Have a good
Night,
night.
Tanya. Night, Jay.
Have a good
Night,
one.
Tanya.
Yeah,
Jason,
it's Central Asia until Putin decides to take it over.
Please do not insult my favorite Russian president. Okay.
Sierra Nevada is now also involved with Tesla. So they're using many of their batteries to make green energy type beer. Basically, not green energy beer, but energy beer, green energy for their power. And they're using it in conjunction with solar power and a micro turbine generator. So basically, give us something back, I guess, to not burn too much energy or whatever, however you want to put it. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, Sierra Nevada, another
California or
North Carolina
in,
connection.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they doing that in California or North Carolina? Or
I
both,
think that's the one out in California. They're doing it right now. But just some things. There's some of the breweries out there that are solar powered. There's some that do different things to try to conserve. So
Whatever they can do. Yeah, whatever they can do to help, I guess costs, whatever. I'm all for, I'm sure the company is all for that, but
And I think craft beer, there's a lot of consciousness about that with a lot of the different brewers and stuff.
It's a nice gesture from a PR standpoint.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Get behind that. It's really a no-lose situation for them. So I can see why they might do that.
And they may get
you combine that with the general situation in California.
Yeah,
just the way pollution is out there. That's like you said, a win-win for everybody there.
Yeah, definitely.
In North Carolina, there are breweries in the mountains and near Asheville. And it's sort of more like a little college town communities. It's pretty well situated for them, and the New Belgium also is close to the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Several.
I just stopped out there this past summer.
Oh, really?
I didn't go to the big breweries. I stayed mostly in the smaller ones in town. But
did you get on the Blue Ridge Parkway?
I did not.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's like
no billboard,
the Friday
no
or whatever
side roads. It's like being transported back 100 years in time.
Yeah.
So you don't get often to say to New York people, welcome to the 21st century. But apparently they're just now in the process where they're going to be able to buy beer at the movies if current legislation passes. Do you guys get beer at your movies where you're at?
No,
not here.
There was a talk with the Wine Song movie theaters, and I know there was discussions about it. I know some of the movie theaters up in the Northeast, up like New Jersey, New York, and whatnot, they have already started doing that.
Well, not New York yet, because they're waiting for this law to pass.
Okay. Well, I know other places.
People were taking their own in, but
right, exactly. And there was talk about this one movie theater in Mobile having to serve beer and wine at the theaters. Look, my thing is that why not? You're just like when you're at home watching your DVDs or watching Netflix, you got your beverage in hand. Why not do it at the theaters? Have a good time, enjoy yourself. But I think everybody's concerned, just like, with what it was back several years ago, maybe decades ago, whatever. When you go to a bar and you're hanging out with your friends and you're having drinks and, oh no, they're going to get intoxicated. They're going to go driving in the car, just like people coming out of the bar or the movie theater. Look,
I think you would have to work really hard,
right,
drunk at a movie theater, because you're concentrating on the movie. It's not, you're at a bar, all the liquor's right there and all the alcohol's right there.
Right.
But, you're concentrating on your, whatever crappy movie you're watching. And,
right.
Considering the price of movie popcorn.
Oh yeah.
How much would a beer cost? You might have to take out a second mortgage on your home to be able to.
Thank you, William. Thank you, William, for saying that. Yes.
Here's the thing. Like I didn't realize you guys didn't have it there. Like I never thought Kentucky's like leading the union and having beer at movie theaters. I mean, just don't think that we're out there in the forefront like that. I mean, I know they got it in Kansas as well now, but we actually have a full bar in a lot of our theaters. So you can get mixed drinks, you can get beer. You actually can get waiting service and dinner served in the theaters as well in a few of them. But the cost of it actually isn't as bad. You get a 32-ounce beer, and I think it's like $8-9 depending on which one you get. Now the problem is ours have some of the crafts in bottles. I usually keep like a Samuel Adams on tap, but then a Samuel Adams Bud or Coors or Miller.
It beat Rod. It would be like going to a baseball game,
But I don't think it's as expensive as the baseball game.
Price-wise.
We go to the Reds game or even the Bengals game, either one, we pay more there for a beer than we do at the theater.
Well, I think they can vary widely from location to location.
Yeah,
right.
So I think some places it's probably relatively sensible, but I'm sure there's some places that it's $7 for.
When it comes to the Bengals, the Browns, they should give you beer.
No, they should.
So you would have no recollection of what happened during the game.
They said guys should come around with the red light for Men in Black after the game.
Forget about this game.
They just say, how did I end up in this parking lot? What was I doing earlier? But speaking about bill, so going from that bill to another bill, out in Montana, a legislator is now defending what they're calling the road beer bill, where Montana drinkers.
Sorry.
Okay.
What do I hear? What's that?
Where Montana beer drinkers are allowed to actually drink while they are. From the moment you walk through the doors. That's that me? Oh, that's Dan. Damn it, Dan. That was your thing that got everybody all screwed up. Anyway.
We were talking about the other stuff, and I was showing you the menu for the Cineplex for up here in Canada. We actually have wine menus.
Yeah, they have wine and stuff at some of the places too.
Oh, yeah.
But take three. Okay, so out of Montana, they're working on this road beer law, and it would allow passengers to drink alcoholic beverages when they're riding in cars with the drivers. The drivers aren't supposed to drink, but the passengers would be allowed to drink.
I think that's a little sketchy right there.
Oh, yeah, but they're already saying, one of the legislators saying, well, they're already breaking the law anyway because passengers are usually drinking, so we might as well just go ahead and put it on the books. But
yeah,
kind of interesting.
So unbelievable.
If the driver's drinking, you're like, no, just say it's yours and you'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Montana might run into a problem with that. The fact that the federal government could fund funds for that state.
Yeah.
Which happened some years ago. Montana had stretches of highway where there was no speed limit.
Right.
Speed was prudent and reasonable.
I remember I wanted to go out there during
a lot of people go out there
the daytime and race my Charger when I had it. Yeah.
That was the American Autobahn.
Yeah.
But when the federal government got involved and threatened to pull federal highway funding, it went away. So you're always in cautious territory with that.
Well, they're trying to look at getting this pushed out there. It'll be interesting. But I remember growing up as a kid back in the day and seeing someone drink a beer when they were like a passenger in a car or something like that and everything. And,
it was no big deal.
Not to say nothing ever happened. I'm just saying. Nothing ever happened when I was there, but it's just it's a thing. Like, who are we trying to fool sometimes, I guess. But I don't know. Like they said, some people are doing it anyway.
Yeah. As you talk about the movie theaters, living in the South, we used to have a lot of drive-in theaters.
Yeah.
Heck, you could put a 24-pack in your car with your girl and go to a drive-in movie.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody even know about it. So...
Or you put friends in and sneak them into the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. those old days at the drive-in.
It was really fun to get into a restricted movie because you always had the one friend who looked about twice as old as you really was.
Yeah.
And so he would get in and we were his children. Everybody got in to see the R-rated movies.
And see, when I was in high school, I was that kid. So I was actually able to start getting served alcohol when I was 16 at the liquor stores. Yeah. So I'd have seniors ask me to buy alcohol for them, which was pretty cool.
That's kind of scary, Rajay.
Hey, it's like Trump, you're just using stuff in the system. Anyway.
There you go. Make beer great again. We must make beer great again.
Do you guys
no matter what.
Do you guys belong to any mug clubs at breweries or anything? Or do you guys have any thoughts about those?
There's one here in Mason.
Have you thought about it, or do you think it's worth? I've never seen anything where it's really worth joining a mug club at a brewery.
The one I go to, the one I know of, that you can get I think it's $50 a year. You get a 22-ounce mug, and it's 50 cents off every pour.
Yeah.
So is that really worth it in the end? Probably not.
But give me 1 second, there's a brewery in my area. Give me 1 second, there's a brewery in my area that just literally started one, so I want to get the details for it. See if I can find it.
Yeah, because I'm saying the ones I see, it's like, so really all you're doing is really buying your thing up there to have your distinguished mug. If people come in, you can be like, hey, I got a mug. Yeah. I just don't see the benefit. I'm a mug guy. Oh, I am somebody.
I lied. It's a growler club, not a mug club.
Oh, growler club.
Sorry.
64 ounces. Yeah, 64 ounce of goodness.
It says $100. First fill is free. $2 off all other fills.
Drink.
8-ounce pour. Buy 9, get the 10th free. Then special events. So
see, I'm a simple guy. They could just give me something like a little card, like the old sub cards. Get 9 beers, your 10th is free. It would work out so much easier, so simple, and I'd just be as happy to keep it in my wallet.
Yeah.
see, I've done some of the craft bar places, but never a mug club at a brewery. Like if y'all have flying saucers that do like the just keep track of the beers you get and get something on the wall or a plaque or something like that. But I would never be at a singular brewery often enough to make it worthwhile, in my opinion. Like I'd always be jumping around, or I'd be getting the local beers from a bottle bar or a craft beer place.
Yeah,
personally.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think that's kind of a gimmick, but some people buy into it. I was just curious what your guys' thoughts were on it.
I guess if you go there enough, it might be worth it. I guess
that's probably what they're trying to do is to engender some loyalty to a particular brand or a particular establishment, because they say the craft brewers tend to be more. The word is promiscuous. They tend to like to try a lot of different types of beers and stuff. So
the atmosphere seems more relaxed too, William. At least where
I thought it was a curious use of the word promiscuous, but I have seen in that context when they refer to craft beer.
I almost went there.
Yeah.
Well, it was bouncing around my head, but I didn't. I didn't vocalize.
Let it go, Jeff. Don't hold it back. So another thing I added this week was just to take a look at the 3 top beers as noted. And I use Beer Advocate. So the top 3 beers is rated by Beer Advocate so far. Number 1, which is one that you really can't freaking get unless you live up where Eric Thomas Metal 75 is Good Morning from Treehouse, 8.4% ABV. Number 2 was the Kentucky Brunch Brand Stout from Toppin Goliath, 12% ABV. And a third one that I've never heard of before was Man Bear Pig from Voodoo Brewing, 14.1% ABV.
Yeah, those 3 together, I think their trade value is something like $1,500 to $2,000.
Oh my gosh!
Jeez,
is that Canadian dollars?
No, that's
no. Is that like the best
$1,000 is over $10,000.
Yeah.
Now, Rod, is that like the best all time or the best?
Just the current top 3 rated by Beer Advocate users.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So everybody rates these things each week, whatever gets compiled in there, but those are the ones holding the top 3 spots.
And most of these beers are in different regions of the country. I'm sure you could get it in your city, but this person can't get it in that city. So,
like, I'm not familiar with Voodoo Brewing, but obviously Treehouse and Toppin Goliath I am. And Treehouse, you have to be there. Like I said, Eric's like the only one I know that's really close enough to get up there.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with a lot of those so-called top lists.
But for all I hear from Julius, I thought Julius might be the one from them. But Good Morning is the one people pick, they seem.
See, now, is this just just U.S. or is this all over the world for the
all the Beer Advocate users how they're rating beers?
Really?
All these beers are super hard to get. You have to stand in line for a while and only released once every blue moon,
Yeah.
Exactly.
With or without orange.
Bump, Jordan.
I need to drink more for that one.
Yeah. But that's a lot of the stuff happening, I guess, this week in the beer news. Anybody want to talk about any of the beers they're drinking, or?
This oatmeal stout's pretty good for a 5.5 or 5.4, percenter.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
5 point something. Honestly, I can see part of it.
Are you sure it's not drinking like a 5 point, but it's something higher?
I thought it was 5.5, not 5.4. But you know what's pretty light? It's sessionable. Uh-oh, phone.
Yep, that's me in my area. Oh boy, the bat phone, stand by.
Well, I'd say that the Winter Storm Imperial ESB is drinking pretty good as well. It's got a nice feel to it. Get a feel of a little bit of the warmth. Again, at 7.5% ABV. Got a little bit of a syrupy type on the flavor, but I do like the texture. Goes down pretty nicely. Pretty decent. So I actually like a lot of the beers Heavy Seas does, and they're actually, I think, out of Maryland or Delaware.
I think Maryland.
Maryland.
Baltimore.
Let me see. Yeah, Baltimore. So, and what's to say? Anything else on the label? Nothing really outside of there. With the full ruby hue, rich multi-character, and earthy hop aromas, Winter Storm is an original and Imperial ESB for the winter months. So it's still winter, and it's still good. And depending on tomorrow, it may be a little stormy.
Let me ask you guys.
A little stormy. I think a nuclear winter is coming.
It always depends on what your view is. I mean, some it'll be like the flooding of Noah.
I'm gonna put it out this way. I feel sorry for you guys in a way, but at the same point in time, I'm kind of itching to see what he does.
You realize wherever we go, you're with us anyway.
Fuck. I mean,
you're like our first cousin, so anything happens here, guess what? Canada gets it too.
And 3/4 of our population is right near the border. We're screwed. And Idaho looks like a salt and pepper shaker with all their nuclear silos. Awesome. Honestly, I really want to see what he does. I'm kind of scared for you guys. At the same point in time, if he actually does things properly, he might actually. I'm trying to say he can turn it around.
It's like a suspense movie right now,
It is.
Like, what's going to happen when he opens that door? Don't you open that door?
Welcome to the Locked Room 2017 through 2021. Good luck. It's one of those ones where I'm honestly scared for you guys. But if he does things properly and his cabinet helps out, you might be okay.
Have you seen his cabinet?
Have you seen the hearings?
They are not going well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I don't think we're going over the cliff. I joke a lot about it, but we're getting close to the cliff. I mean, I don't think Thelma and Louise are going to take us fully over. I think we're going to hit the brakes in time.
I love using the hashtag Trump 2020 just to piss people off.
Because you're a troublemaker, Jordan.
Let me just say, like many, I didn't vote for him, but I'm giving him a chance. And, I think he's going to do okay. And again, everybody's going to hold his feet to the fire. People who voted for him, people who didn't vote for him, and those in the moderate who are kind of on the fence, but decide to vote for him anyway, they're going to hold his feet to the fire and say, hey, you promised all these things, deliver. So, like I said, tomorrow he'll take his oath of, he'll put his hands and say, I solemnly swear, and congratulations, President Trump, and we'll go from there.
Are you trying to cheer me up, Dan?
Yeah, well, I'm one who kind of looks at it.
No, not you, Gene. Just to Dan posted that.
I posted something there. It's kind of it's so provocative, and timing is perfect. Meet China's sharp sword, a stealth drone that can likely carry 2 tons of bombs. Think about that for a second. Inauguration is tomorrow. They released this 7 hours ago.
They're trying to cheer everybody up, I guess.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, but everybody knows if Trump and Putin are good buddies, I think, and if China knows if they do anything to you guys, then they've got Putin to deal with, and I wouldn't want to piss that guy off.
This is also the time when everybody
I don't know if it's actually buddies or puppet and puppeteer, but yeah, I guess it could work.
There's an old saying, keep your friends close and your enemies close.
Keep you closer. Godfather, William, yes. Michael.
You remember in Russia when the movie theater got taken hostage, and Putin just would gas everybody. But there's people in there with hostage. He's like, just gas everybody. Like all the people that went to the movies on the wrong night end up dying because Putin didn't have time to be hanging out there just trying to get the people that took him hostage.
He's just getting rid of this chemical warfare. We all know this.
Rod, I have to say, I'm glad we're ending our beer podcast on a cheerful note.
Yeah.
All right. You know what?
As we always do, Justin, we blame it on Canada every time.
Yeah. We ended on a cheerful note. There you go. Now,
at least Clint
show up.
We always blame Canada.
Thank you, Terrence and Philip.
And Minhouse. We blame Minhouse.
Minhouse. Okay, whatever, Jack. Minhouse. Minhouse. Those evil people with those crappy beers.
A depressive state now. Thanks. You have to just share the wealth.
Jay did correct me and say, no, he's not a fan of them either. I thought he was.
See, now you've been corrected.
But I've only had one of their things they did through Trader Joe's, but
City Brewing, all the other beers. I
really wish you guys luck tomorrow. I really do. And I really hope that everything goes as smoothly as planned, like, the Bruce Springsteen cover band dropping out and shit.
I like how you think you're not even that close to us. That's the funny part. It's like, what are you going to do? You guys have no wall. We'll come over and take over Canada.
No wall yet.
Prime Minister Trudeau.
By all means. Yeah, exactly.
We have
Mr. Trudeau. There you go.
No matter how bad Trump is, he's going to be 100 times better than Justin fucking Trudeau.
I thought he was a rock star for you guys up there.
No, he's a goddess, or he's a god for the women out there that want to see his abs, and for everybody else, he's got people like Rachel Notley on his side, even though they're opposite ends of the fucking field. Anyway, that's the weird thing. Justin Trudeau was a drama teacher, substitute drama teacher, before becoming prime minister, and Notley was a crack whore, I believe.
Oh, really?
That would be that'd be alleged, I think, right?
Allegedly.
Yes. We can't say that she was. Allegedly, she was.
Actually, my dad has close friends who, they know that Notley was a crack whore.
But look at Rob Ford. The guy was a crack whore, too.
Well, it's not like we haven't had politicians in the U.S. that have been on drugs a little bit.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, very from U.S. Congress.
Yeah.
Jesse the Body Ventura. No, he was not on steroids whatsoever.
Hey, you're allowed in WWE.
Let me tell you your main thing.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
What's that?
Little balls, as they called them.
What's that, Jordan?
Wasn't Nancy Pelosi on crack all the time?
No.
That's what I
Chris
hear.
Benoit. But hey, aren't any politician on something? Washing it down with a glass of Merlot or maybe a malt liquor, whatever, Hey. Shit.
George Bush was doing blow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch it down a little earthquake.
Everybody got a vice.
Well, it's always drugs, whether they're legal drugs or they're the illegal drugs, but they're on something.
That's true. And in all honesty, if you're going to be a politician, you kind of have to do drugs. I mean, you've got how many other people speaking to you, bitching at you, doing whatever. You gotta fucking have drugs. So I gotta get through this day somehow. I'm good now.
I get through my day with this can right here. A 4-pack of this. And when I go home, I take me a damn 800 milligram of Tylenol PM. Life is good.
Well, whoever's out there still watching, thanks for hanging in because we really went off the rails here.
Well, it wasn't our fault.
If you got the time, we got the beer,
off the rails
and we got the pills.
No, there's no drugs here whatsoever.
No.
We are not crooks.
Rest in peace, Nancy. Just say no.
I pity the fool that does drugs.
With that being said, I think we covered all that. We can go overtime if you guys want to still drink some beers and stuff. But,
yeah.
I'm tapped out.
Let you guys sign off. If you want to talk about your channel on the way out, I'll start with Dan.
Oh crap! You don't make me start. All right. My name is Dan Crocker, and I'm from down. I'm from the northern hemisphere of the United States of Canada. I just like to say that you can follow me on boozereviews.ca. Boozereviews.ca is most of my stuff. If you really want to follow me, I'm really not this funny unless I drink a few beers, and then I'm good. Other than that, cheers, and we'll see you later.
All right, Eric Lions fan.
Hey guys, Eric Lions fan. I have a channel on YouTube. It's called Eric Lions fan. I do Detroit Tigers reviews, Detroit Lions reviews, and I also review beers. This time I'm drinking the Ohio City oatmeal stout. Come out and check out my channel, guys. And as always, if you've had too much to drink, guys, please get a designated driver. You guys know my spiel. If you guys ever watched my videos before, you're going to go to jail, court costs, prison time. Just don't do it, guys.
Don't do it. Just say no, Gene.
Yes, I am Jean Henderson Pierre, Gene Henderson Pierre. You can catch me on YouTube. I share my videos on Facebook, on several beer groups on Facebook. What more needs to be said? I drink all types of beer, from the crap stuff to all the elegant things that we like to drink. So catch me again on YouTube. Type in JEANH Pierre PIERRE. I'm on YouTube, and of course I share my videos on several beer groups on Facebook.
And of course, Gene or John, it just depends if he's feeling French or not for the day. But
I was going to say, do you support Trudeau? If so, is Jean? If you do not,
Jean, Monsieur Trudeau? Oui? No? Monsieur Trudeau? Oui? No? I don't know.
But go ahead, Justin.
All right, guys. So again, my name's Justin from Poorly Reviewed Beer. Poorly spelled POURLY. You can find all the written stuff there, as well as link to my YouTube channel. My first time here. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Justin. It was a pleasure, man.
I'm back to do some more every Thursday night.
Yes, indeed.
Jordan?
Jordan of Reviewing Under Influence. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Untapped. And yeah. Out of Canada here. Dude, it was raining today. And as the friggin' water hit the ground, it literally froze before my eyes. And that's terrifying.
Rain, isn't it?
But yeah, you'll have a good one. Cheers.
What's the temperature up there today?
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Ron, we have to calculate it anyway. There's a whole formula we'd have to do to figure it out anyway. So,
and Michael? Michael? Is Michael frozen? I'm sorry, William. Why did I say Michael? William. Good Lord.
Beer, Rod.
That is only 7.5%, right? William.
Yes.
You want to sign off? Say anything?
Don't have a beer channel. I have started to post a few reviews on the Beer Advocate, just written reviews of beers, sort of putting my foot in the water a little bit, but I enjoy the hangout.
You gotta get William a channel.
I've been encouraged by a few people, but so far I'm sort of taking it slow. I enjoy what I'm doing right now. I just like to talk with people that like beer, so that's
cool. You're always welcome. So
I was actually tonight. I was having a chat with Ronald Terrio, and he said he gave me a link to this, and I said, well, I might if I don't think he would mind, I might, check it out, and so that's why I come on here. But
yeah, we want to hold you no and Jay against you, so you're good to go. And then obviously you're on my channel, so Rod J here on Rod J BeerVentures. Make sure you check out the website www.rodjbeerventures.com. Catch all the stuff for Instagram, my blog, Twitter, Pinterest. I don't know, whatever social media is out there, I'm on it. So
this stuff is all new to me. I had a Google account for a long time, just to have email.
Mm-hmm.
2 months ago, I didn't know what a Google Hangout was. You know, I wasn't heavily into social media, really wasn't into it at all. But I discovered that, and I'm sort of taking, step by step, I'm learning more about this. And like I said, I just enjoy chatting with people who like beer. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. And
well, we always can't all get to the bar, so it's a nice way to talk with others and find out about some beers and have some fun, stimulating conversation, and sometimes off the rails conversation, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I think this maybe went off into the ditch a little bit toward the end.
Like one word, politics and everything.
You have no idea why we went farther than this before, so this is just a nice flowing one. So we've got other ones out there.
We may have gone off course a little bit, sort of like a malt liquor when it gets a little bit too warm.
Yeah.
Thickly, syrupy, off-putting. You add your own adjective, but
thanks for everybody out there that checked out the show. Look forward to catching you guys next week. And as always, 8 o'clock Eastern, Thursday nights. And we are out. Keep drinking good craft beers, and cheers.
Cheers.